Every so often, in the pages of Houston's history, moments evolve into milestones. And these milestones mark events that are so powerful and so transformative that the history of our very community is rewritten.
At Cristo Rey Jesuit, we do the difficult immediately and the impossible we do soon after.
The whole city and its eyes are watching this great mission. And so in a real way tonight, we defy gravity, everyone who is here. We recognize that this is a miracle school. The dream has come true. The children who are all of our children tonight are our future.
Why did you do it? Why would you start a school, change the model of how you finance that school, and go after, in my mind, the best children in this city? And my response today is the same as it was yesterday. All I have to do is look into the audience, and I give you 436 reasons why we started Cristo Rey Jesuit. You guys are my pride and joy. You are the highlight of my life, and I will live and die with my favorite story being you and this school.
You raise the bar and you raise expectations and you tell children that we're going to expect stellar performances, we're going to expect high grades, we're going to expect good behavior, we're going to expect you to be the moral, civic, and religious leaders of this city. Surprise, surprise, they do it.
Father Martinez entered the Society of Jesus in 1996, spent 3 years teaching at Jesuit College Prep in Dallas as part of his training, and was ordained a priest in 2007. He then went on to establish Cristo Rey Jesuit College Preparatory School
in Dallas, and the excitement that is surrounding this idea that you actually will start a school that will take kids off the street and get them into college in 4 years. That's a very exciting endeavor. The school and the mission is profound. You are not starting just a small little high school. What you are doing is you are initiating a revolution in education and are that next generation of education reform. And in a bigger way and a more powerful way, what you are doing is you are doing nothing less than what Christ asks everyone to do, and that is to build the kingdom of God right here and right now. When you talk about the kingdom, you go and do what Jesus did, reach out to those most in need. And that's exactly what we did. And so it was so neat 4 years later to talk about the 70% dropout rate in that area and let them know that we had the poorest kids in that poorest area, and that those poorest kids all actually graduated from our Jesuit Cristo Rey High School, and even better, that all of those kids, every one of them, got into college. That is a phenomenal story, and that was kind of transformational in terms of announcing what Cristo Rey could do, not just for those kids, not just for their parents, but for the city of Houston. But something about Cristo Rey and something about the program not only transformed the kid, but transformed the corporation. And that is the kingdom building right there, where both are converted for the better. These kids, in a powerful way, are not just the kids that belong to parents on the southeast side of Houston, they belong to Houston itself. Same thing with Dallas. These kids are not their kids, they're our kids. And so we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to pave a better future for them.
I think the truth is that our lives are not our own. You know, up and against what maybe popular culture says, we are gifts. My own life is a gift. I don't own it. I didn't create it. The big question certainly is that, what is it suffering? The Jewish question, which I think is the Catholic question, which I think is the right question, is not why do we suffer? It is, where is God in the suffering? what I'm doing is redefining the concept of gift to include suffering as part of it. Understanding, as I look back at the life of Christ, who is the model, not just for Catholics, but of all human beings, who is the model of a redeemed suffering, there is a bigger picture which none of us has a right to see or can even understand. You know, the fact that God has the bigger picture, God has a bigger story, and I love God enough to know that picture is going to win at the end. And so if the story is not going well, that means it's not the end. So the story will end well. My story, your story, our story is going to end well.
Around you, I go home a little bit. There's just something about you where the pieces all fit. There's a lightness that surrounds you, and it guides me like a star. Oh, I am who I am because you are who you are.